Hi everyone, it's Miss Brunner. Today we are going to be reading an article by Emily Costello called Beyond Brave. So while we are reading this, you're going to be answering the questions in Edpuzzle and following along with your article that is available on Schoology and in paper form. Alrighty, let's get started. So our article is called Beyond Brave by Emily Costello, and it starts off with our first paragraph titled A Young Surfer's Story of Survival. When Bethany Hamilton was 13, a tiger shark attacked her. The champion surfer from Hawaii lost her left arm. A month later, she was surfing again. Bethany proved that she was a true survivor. So now we're going to look at our first question. What do you think this article is mostly about? I'm going to have you guys answer in Edpuzzle. Alright guys, we're going to continue on with the section, The Attack. The morning Bethany was attacked started like most days. The devoted athlete was out in the ocean, surfing at her favorite spot. Her best friend, Elena, was nearby. Elena's father, Holt Blanchard, was also with them. What do you guys think the word devoted means? I'm going to have you guys answer in Edpuzzle. What is something that you are devoted to? Please answer in the short answer. Alright guys, we're going to continue back in the paragraph titled The Attack. The water was peaceful that morning. Bethany was lying sideways on her board, waiting for a wave. It was just past 7:30. Going to turn the page. Suddenly, without a sound or a splash, a 15-foot tiger shark appeared. It grabbed hold of Bethany's left arm with its enormous jaws. Bethany gripped her board as tightly as she could. She fought for her life with all her strength. Suddenly, the shark let go. It slipped under the water and disappeared. The shark had taken a 17-inch wide bite out of Bethany's board, and its fist-sized teeth had chomped off her arm just below the shoulder. I looked down at the water, Bethany said. It was really red from all the blood. Alrighty, guys. What is the main idea of the section, The Attack? I'm going to have you guys answer that in Edpuzzle. And then if you could identify two important details that support the main idea of the section, The Attack. Alrighty guys, we're going to continue on with the article. We're going to be reading the section, The Rescue. Bethany knew she needed urgent help to survive. She paddled over to Elena and Holt. At first, Holt didn't know what to think or do. He hadn't seen a struggle. He hadn't heard Bethany cry out. Then he saw the blood. He saw that Bethany's arm was missing. Now Holt was scared. The surfers were 200 yards from shore. Holt had to get Bethany there before she bled to death. Bethany held on to Holt's swimsuit. He frantically towed her to shore. He hauled her onto the sand. Then Holt used a surfboard leash, a sort of plastic cord, to stop Bethany's bleeding. There, on the sand, Bethany finally passed out. Alrighty, guys. I'd like you to tell me what the main idea of the section, The Rescue, is in Edpuzzle. And then if you could identify two important details that support the main idea of this section. So specifically telling me elements from The Rescue that support this main idea. Alrighty guys, we're going to continue on with the section labeled Fearless. An ambulance rushed Bethany 35 miles to the hospital. By the time she arrived, she'd lost more than half the blood in her body. She was close to death. Doctors took drastic measures to save her life. She had to have 2 surgeries on what was left of her arm. Bethany's doctors were impressed with her attitude. She's fearless, her surgeon said. Alright. I'd like you guys to identify 2 actions that were taken that helped to save Bethany's life, and how did these actions help? So think from the section of the rescue and fearless, 2 actions that were taken that helped to save Bethany's life. I'd also like you guys to answer this question based off of the fact that we heard in the introduction of this article that Bethany does return to surfing. Are you surprised that Bethany returned to surfing after this attack? Why or why not? Alrighty. We're going to read the section back on the board. Bethany's attack made national news. She was on the covers of People and Teen Vogue. But fame didn't make her lose perspective. Less than a month after the attack, Bethany was back on her board. Bethany had to make significant changes in her training. She used a personal teeter-totter to work on balancing. She also got a new surfboard. It was 7 inches shorter than her old one. She learned to push herself up on it with one hand, then jump to her feet in one fluid motion. Once I get up, I'm okay, she says. Sometimes it's just hard to get there. When do you think Bethany was more brave, during the attack or when she was rebuilding her life? Alright guys, now we're going to read the section competing again. In January 2004, Bethany surfed her first meet since the attack. She wobbled a little getting up on the board, but she was intent on doing her best. She took 5th place in the meet. Bethany has become the pro surfer she always aspired to be, but she'll never forget what she lost. I always have 2 arms in my dreams, she says. And that is the end of our article. In 2 sentences, I'd like you to summarize the topic and important details in the section Competing Again. Alrighty guys, that is all for our article today. I will have more questions in class. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys later. Bye.